Hello, welcome to another phonological class. This is Phonology, Unit 2. We're going to cover Lesson 2 today. Okay? The first lesson was allophonic variations, and the second lesson on Unit 2 is phonetic phenomena motivated by sound combination. There are four concepts that we need to master in this lesson. Okay? The first concept is called assimilation. Okay? This is a technical term you need to know. Assimilation. Okay? And assimilation, let's read the definition. Assimilation is when one sound is influenced and changed by a neighboring sound. Generally speaking, there are three types of assimilation that can be identified. Assimilation of place, manner, or voice. Okay. We're not going to cover assimilation of place, manner, or voice. Instead, we're going to see two other types of assimilation. Okay. Again, assimilation is when one sound is influenced by a neighboring sound, and that neighboring sound is super varieté, and it forces the other sound to change, to be similar to them. Okay. Let's see the first one. Regressive assimilation. Regressive assimilation. In anticipation, the first sound assimilates the second one. For example, the Spanish nasal consonant in final position, this one, the archiphoneme N, un beso, this is the case of assimilation to the position of articulation. The N becomes bilabial before a bilabial sound. So the N is normally an alveolar sound. But because the B is bilabial, then the N turns into an M, also a bilabial sound. So the first sound, the B, forces or yes, forces the second sound to be similar to them. We call that assimilation. Okay, the B sound assimilates the N sound and it turns the N sound into an M. That is called regressive assimilation. Why is it called regressive? Regressive means return back, going to this place. Yes? Why? Because the strong sound forces the weak sound like this. So it goes that way. Okay, so it's regressive. Let's look at this example of un beso we studied in allophonic variations and is called bilabial assimilation. Remember? You need to remember because that will be in the exam. Okay, then we have palatalization. For example, in English we have the word education. Yes, the D changes into D, education. Why? Because of the U sound. The U sound forces the D to become J. Or the T sound in front of the U sound again forces them to turn into a Ch sound. You need to correct the manual. It's not sh, it's ch. Okay. So in nature, for example, in the word nature, we don't say nature, we say nature. Okay. Why? The U forces the T to become T. In Portuguese, we have also Curitiba. Okay, so we have TI. The T in front of an I is an example of regressive assimilation because the I forces the T to become T. The same happens in English, yes? or football, football. Yes. So the t becomes ch in English and in Portuguese, right? Very good. Now, let's look at progressive assimilation. Progressive assimilation is the opposite of regressive assimilation. Progressive shows us the future, progress, going that way. Okay? What does it mean? It means that the strong sound will force the weak sound to behave like them in that way. Okay? Example. The second sound assimilates the first one. In English, the suffix s for plurals and possessive, for example. Notice that the T is a voiceless sound. Because the T is voiceless, then the plural is voiceless too. The G is a voiced sound. Because the G is voiced, then the plural is also voiced. The conversion, the assimilation goes that way then. That's why we call it progressive assimilation. If you have questions or doubts, please read one more time, look um, for videos, or write to me. Another concept, the concept of dissimilation. Dissimilation is the opposite of assimilation. In dissimilation, we don't want the two sounds to become similar. We want the two sounds to become different. It says distance dissimilation and contact dissimilation. There are two types, yes, but we're not going to cover the two types. It says the difference between two sounds is highlighted. A sound changes one or two articulatory features to be more different from the other sound. It occurs when an assimilative tendency threatens with eliminating a phonological distinction. It breaks the continuity of articulatory movement between two folds. Okay? Dissimilation. Look at this word. This Latin word arbor, which means tree, it was arbor, right? It was pronounced arbor. But in Spanish, when Latin turned into Spanish, then a dissimilation process took place and the R remained the same, but the second R changed for another liquid sound, arbol. So in this case, the R and the L are different before they were the same, arbor. That's an example of dissimilation. Last concept, okay? So we have progressive assimilation, regressive assimilation. This is assimilation. The second concept is dissimilation. Third concept, metathesis. Metathesis. Metathesis is distance. There are two. Yes. The idea of what is metathesis is movement between two adjacent sounds. This is a very common phenomenon that happens when people speak. Okay. For example, some people say premiso instead of permiso. They say premiso. Okay. Eh, Instead of vidrio, many people say virdio. Instead of piedra, people say pierda. Okay. Instead of Gabriel, people say Graviel. The sound moves through the word. Okay. The R in this case. Okay. And there are many other examples. Okay. Gabriel, Graviel. Okay. And the last one, the last concept is elision. Elision. Elision means to delete, deletion, erasing. That is elision. Okay? And it says elision refers to when a sound or syllable is lost or omitted. Okay? Look at this lady talking. She says, Vos sabés que el martes le robaron su reloj a ña Graviela. Vos sabés. So the S has been deleted. Okay. The same happens with sabe, Marte. Okay. Mientras que ella se juega a comprar más hoja. Okay. So these are phenomena that happens in every single language. And these four are the ones that we need to know. Assimilation, which can be progressive or regressive. Dissimilation, which is the opposite of assimilation. Then we have one. Metathesis, which is a sound traveling through the word, and elision, when the sound disappears. Okay, there are many students of English who say, for example, my name is Rosa. My name is Rosa. Yes, that is an example of elision. Instead of my name, she says my name. My name is like that. Okay, all right. See you soon then. Goodbye.